Hey guys, and welcome back to some more Snooker 19 and part 22 of Season 2 of our Ronnie O'Sullivan Career Mode. Today we take on Rory McLeod in the last 64 of the BetVictor Northern Ireland Open, the second tournament in the Home Nation series. Now, I had a few comments on the John Higgins video about how bad I am at the game and whatever, and you know, it's fine. But this time last season, people were saying I'm too good at the game, and honestly, it's absolutely hilarious. I actually replied to a couple of the comments in that, and you know, it's fair enough. You can say what you want, but yeah, a little disclaimer about the last two videos. They were recorded at about 2 o'clock in the morning as I was trying to get ahead for the bank holiday weekend, because I went back up to the northeast just for a weekend at home before getting into school next week. So yeah, hopefully we can play a bit better today against Rory McLeod. Obviously we beat Fan Zhizheng in the last round at the end of the last episode, because we got whitewashed by John Higgins, and that was not a fun defeat for us. But John Higgins played brilliantly in that match. You know, I don't think you can take anything away from him. You know, we'll move on.
Well, a very interesting first round. Let's see what the second round has in store for us.
So I'm getting ready for the second round of this Northern Ireland Open.
The first frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
I'm playing against one of the slowest players on tour, although he's not on tour anymore, but Rory McLeod. Little flick off the green as it ended up behind the brown. Wow, that is crazy. So I think we've snookered Rory now.
Of not overhitting this.
I'll settle for that, probably.
Brilliantly played.
We could play a plant. It would be a bit audacious, but we won't. I know a couple of people were annoyed by how attacking we played against John Higgins. That's not the best safety in the world, so really now I'm wishing I did take the plant.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner. That's an excellent opening red.
1.
He's aiming for the left corner here. And in it goes.
Great start for Rory McLeod.
Queuing there, really good.
6.
Wow. Where's the cue ball going though? Where is the cue ball going? Oh, well.
Foul. Rory McLeod.
It was a fabulous pot, but he forgot about the cue ball. So, take this on as a shot to nothing. Should be able to screw back to the ball carrier. Red dropped. And we did get the second part of the shot right as well.
1.
And then I don't think there's anything on down here. Well, ooh. Wow. I think that's a plant. So, whoops. So if we can get around that end of the table.
He'll play this with plenty of power. Oh, that's an unforced error.
It should be alright. Should be able to get this plant. So let's have a little look. So it's not quite lined up. You'll sort of need to aim the red into the right knuckle. It would have been a hell of a lot easier if we were right behind it, but I think we should get this.
He's attempting the plant, I think. Oh, that's a
there you go.
Shot with the rest. Not easy at all.
Look at that, we've brought quite a few reds into play.
5.
So all of a sudden, this has turned into quite a nice chance to take this opening frame. One more good pot here.
Left corner pocket.
Yeah, it's right in the heart of the pocket.
What a top pot that was.
Oh, wonderful shot.
10.
left-hand side there, but didn't quite come off. I think we've ran too far for the pink, so... We've ran too far for the blue, have we? Oh no, not quite. Can just about pot this. Not easy though. We've missed a few of these recently.
He's an expert long potter, and he's taking this on.
Right in the heart of the pocket.
That's a top shot.
Perfect on this.
16.
Next red now, back in prime position. Just stun this. We could get on the black. Should at least be on the pink. We've played that well.
17.
Well, he's playing this into the left middle pocket.
It's there.
Beautiful.
He's right on top of his game at the moment.
24.
Gently does it.
Should just get past that red as well. Wasn't expecting that. Yeah. Should be winning the frame at this visit now.
He's played that very well.
Gonna play one more little cannon, but should be absolutely fine.
This should be pretty straightforward. Nice position on the black.
33.
And I'll leave a little angle on this red to just screw back off these reds.
That split is not bad.
There you
at
go.
all. Great opportunity.
Perfect.
41.
Where's the cue ball going? Oof.
48.
Just about okay.
Well, he's looking at potting this into the right corner pocket. That's a top shot. Well played.
Simply wonderful.
49.
This looks relatively easy.
Didn't quite get enough on that. The red does pass the pink, so a little bit fortunate there.
He just wants to slot this into the middle pocket. Great shot.
Wonderful shot.
57.
Once again, we're not perfect. These can be a little
He just needs the
funny.
pink.
As Neil said, just the
Nice
pink
shot.
required.
And that effectively shuts
We
out
got
the
the
opponent
pink.
in this frame.
63.
But not quite out of the woods just yet.
The rest makes this a little more difficult.
No, overcut that, so... Barring a snooker, we're 1-0 up, but Rory McLeod very capable of getting that snooker. Had to put the 3 reds, 3 blacks first. Couldn't put the red, so... This red to
Yes,
keep
he's taken
Rory in
that
his
on.
seat. There you go.
What's a pot?
1.
It's
8.
just gone a bit too far. Doesn't matter. It's not going to affect us in this frame now. Nice to know that was right in the heart of the pocket though. So, I think Rory will concede and we'll be 1-0 up.
Frame conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And that is the frame. Well played.
Well, he's taken the lead here.
I agree. This is a great opportunity to really turn the screw on his opponent.
Looks like he's going to hit
Thank
this
you.
quite thick.
Second frame. Rory McLeod to break.
He has hit it quite thick. He's brought quite a few reds into play. He's got a decent cue ball. Has he left anything on? Certainly left a half chance. That one down the cushion's a little bit more difficult. That one there, even more difficult. This isn't easy.
This is not easy. That is a quality.
But it's there. Tried to play it as a shot to nothing.
1.
Luckily, potted the red because we didn't get the second part of the shot right at all. It was risky, but we were in a bit of trouble there. But now,
Nicely played onto a red.
got a little chance at
6.
getting a few points here. Got a good angle on this blue to go straight into the black. It's a bit of a weird one, this. Or do we just... yeah, maybe we just go into the sort of right-hand side of the reds.
That's a great split. He'll be unlucky if he's not
That's
anything
exactly
here.
what we did. What's our look like?
12.
Not great. This isn't easy. Can we pot the black from this angle? No, we can't. So tough little cut back here. Not one that I particularly want to take, but I don't think we've got a lot of
Attempting
choice.
To sink this into the left corner pocket.
It's there.
13.
Left ourselves a bit awkward on the blue, but straight
Yeah,
enough
got a
that we
prolific
should always
on-potter
get this.
here, so I'd assume he'd take this on.
Really impressive cueing.
18.
A little bit of check side there. So what's the right hand side here?
That's a really good split, and this is a
I went
real
straight into the pack. So we've opened the black out. The question is, how easy is our next red? Very. What's the left hand side on this to swing it back round? There we go. And now we're on the black.
24.
If we don't fancy the black, could take the blue, but
He's looking
I
at
think
the
we
pot
should get
into
this.
the left middle.
just about.
31.
Thought about it twice, but made the right decision. It's just ran on enough, so a bit of stunning right hand side to swing it back over.
37.
Try and knock this red in.
38.
So, stun this in, play the red nearest the cue ball.
very
That opens
nice
the
again.
black into both corner pockets. Should be a chance to win the match here.
46.
Well, that was a bit wide, but we're all right.
53. 54.
Just overhit that a little bit. Tough yellow here.
He's taking on the yellow. Oh, that's right.
Yellow's in. How's the cue ball?
Just look
Looks
at that
good.
for a position.
Looks good.
Superb.
On the red to the left middle on the pink spot.
56.
So it's worked out quite nicely. So 56 points to lead
He'll want
So
this
go
to
57
drop into
in
the centre
front.
pocket.
with 67 remaining.
That's an excellent pot.
Great cueing.
So blue and
57.
one more red. We're through to the next round, which is great.
Yeah, played it well.
62.
We might even play the last 32 match. We'll see who it's against.
So, just the red required here. No problem there.
That should effectively remove any ideas his opponent may have of a comeback.
Well, we've missed the black. Doesn't matter about that.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 63.
Although annoyingly, we should have made sure of that black, and then we wouldn't have to worry about this
Tricky shot here.
end of frame stuff.
Oh, that's brilliant.
That red will make sure of it though. We seem in reasonably good form
1.
in this tournament, and it would be nice to have a bit of a run. I'd like to win it, but
I'm not surprised
I
he's
think
taking on the long pot here.
semi-final would be par for us at this tournament and give us some confidence going forward to the UK Championships. But there we go. Rory McLeod comes forward and says well played. We're a comfortable winner in the end by 2 frames to 0. So a couple of 60 breaks in that match helped us along the line in the end. It's not our top form, but 2 frames won in 1 visit, which is very, very good. And we've got Martin Gould in the last 32, so let's get straight into the action of this match. We actually have played Martin Gould before, and he is a very good player, of course, is Martin. So, we shouldn't have went straight into it, because now the last 16 match is going to be 3 frames, which is a little bit of a problem.
Crowd in today, looking forward to the start of round 3.
I'll tell you what we'll do, is we'll go, as soon as we've done the handshake, we'll go straight back, change the length of the match.
To break.
So let's do that. It should be absolutely fine, and hopefully it'll work for the last 16. If we do get through this match, which we'd expect to, but it's not given. So change it to long for the later rounds. That only took 30 seconds out of this match. You know, it's only been a 17-minute episode. Give you that extra minute of content. But now here we go. Right. So we're breaking off. Obviously Martin Gould, very good long potter. So we don't want to leave him any reds. We certainly don't. That's a very good break off. Certainly settle for that. So Martin plays his first safety shot.
Great shot. That's a really good safety. That's a tough little safety shot that we've got on here. Try and get through that gap. It's got to be perfect. Oh, and we have done. Where's that red going? Where's the white going? It's okay. We've got the cue ball through the gap and relatively safe, and we'll take that. There's that thin off the red. Let's play
That's a top safety
a
shot.
thin one ourselves. Yeah. We got it. Haven't got the length right, but good Chinese gas cooker there.
He's looking for the safety again. Who will make the first mistake?
Oh, he's hit that towards the right corner pocket. Come to his rescue. I think it has. So we've now got the problem of that red. And we can swerve it.
It's not easy. But we get it. Look where the cue balls ended up though.
That's a poor shot.
1.
Let's go green. So now. Maybe brown actually. Oh, come on. Right.
The risk here is, where does the cue ball end up?
Yeah, that looks pretty good. So we get out of the snooker, but we have left a long
Nice
pot.
to get over the snooker, but there is a difficult pot available.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
This is no gimme.
He's just tried to drop that in.
No.
Problem
not this
is,
time.
he's missed by quite far. So fully committed to that.
1.
Oh, we snookered ourselves. We've got the first chance.
Should be straightforward enough.
Oh,
8.
well, not the first chance, I guess, because we did pot a red, but you know, we're straight back in without any damage.
He won't be happy with that.
Oh well, we missed the red.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8.
Didn't expect that.
That could have
Didn't
finished.
expect that from Martin either. Wow.
1.
So a bit of a scrappy start to this match.
Martin Gould, 1.
He has left a half chance here.
No more than half a chance here.
Looks a bit thin. It's gone in.
That hasn't really worked out at all.
1.
I think possibly the brown again. Yep. It's worked out okay.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
He needs the brown to come to his rescue. He's left that on. He hasn't done.
This is tough.
Brilliant. Simply brilliant.
Red's
Couldn't
in.
have played that any better.
Good solid opening red.
1.
So this black now.
This is an easy.
Oh yes, what a pot.
Superb cue ball control there. Ideal position.
8. 9. 16. 17.
Little cannon off that red. Could have went wrong, but we're okay.
Would you believe it?
Wow, well,
Ronnie
can't believe that. That's wobbled. Oh, that could cost us dear. Should have just dropped that in. Didn't need to stun it in. I just felt more comfortable doing that.
1.
It's not perfect on this black.
Tremendous pot.
He's played it well.
8.
Nicely onto the black.
9.
Well, he has got his glasses on now.
16.
Didn't have them on before.
17. 24.
Decent position to take on a colour here.
25. 30.
Well, he lost control of the cue ball there. He's played that poorly.
That might be end of break.
31.
Don't know if he can cut this back. Oh, I thought he was trying to take it onto the corner there.
Martin Gould, 31.
Instead he's played a pretty mediocre safety. I'm pretty sure this red goes to the middle.
Tough shot coming up.
And it did.
Wow. He'll be thrilled with that.
1.
That's just a careless shot, really, to leave that on. If that pulls up, we should be able to stun for the black here. And it
6.
has done. We should be able to dig down, which makes the pot a lot tougher, but
Tremendous shot.
it goes in.
He seems full of confidence at the moment.
7.
Just drop the black in.
14.
So
He just wants to slot this into the middle pocket.
manage it. Overhit it massively.
15.
Can we see enough of the yellow? That's the question. And we can't. So 17 points ahead here. We can either take a risky green and risk losing the frame, or we can play a snooker and hope for another
No
chance.
more than half a chance here.
I think I'm going to take the green.
Fabulous.
we've got it.
Absolutely fabulous pot.
Yes, he'll be very pleased with that shot. What can he do
Just
here?
the yellow and green required.
18.
Just the colours now. Excellent shot.
Yellow's
Great
in.
queuing there.
So
20.
one good green. And a 1-0 up.
Green ball needed here.
It's there. It's gone in.
And that means no way back in this frame for his opponent.
23.
So
The rest
25 points
will make
ahead
this even
now.
easier.
Trying to cut the brown in. I think we've got the snooker, have we? Or is it going to just run? I think it's just ran.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 23.
This could make things very difficult for his opponent if he pulls it off.
Well, I think from the camera
Really
angle we could
intended
see
at
he could at least
He'll be
just
annoyed
bend
with
it a little bit and pop that, but doesn't matter. It's trivial now. So,
4.
despite a couple of missed chances in this frame, we have took
He's
it
playing for the
in
right
the end.
corner here. Excellent pot.
9.
I think we can be pretty pleased overall
15.
with our performance so far today, and if we can continue in this vein, doesn't matter about the black. We have won the frame already, and we lead by 1 frame to 0.
Conceded. Frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And that is the frame.
Well, he's established a one-frame lead here. Some pretty impressive snooker in that last frame.
Yes, he played well in that last frame. I think he'll be looking to push on here.
Thank you. The second frame. Martin Gould to break.
Gould breaks off in frame 2. Probably be a little bit disappointed he didn't win that first frame.
Tricky pot, no doubt.
It's a half chance for us, and we take it with both hands. Our long potting has been pretty good today so far.
Looking to play this with a lot of power. The split looks good to me.
It's a half decent split.
8.
If the red on the pink spot goes to left middle, we'll be playing that one, I think. It does, but maybe not as attractive as it looked.
He's lining this one up to the
Try
middle
it.
pocket.
There we go.
Wonderful pot, outstanding effort.
9.
Let's get the cue ball where we wanted it, so all is good.
16.
Looking to play this softly.
17.
Well played.
24.
Just wants this pot to drop into the pocket.
25.
It's quite a tough pink that with the rest, so we'll go for the yellow instead. Through the gap of green and yellow.
27.
Oh, that's gone slightly wrong. Be a bit further down the table there.
He's going
This
for
is
it.
Easy now.
Close, but not quite.
A little kiss on the way back has left a chance for Martin.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 27.
Nope. Oh well.
Decent position to take
wobbled.
colour here.
1.
Didn't look like it was going to drop, but it did. Now, if he's intelligent, I'll play the red. Yeah, this red. Because that opens up the other red.
7.
Black into the reds
He's
isn't
aiming
too
for
bad a
left
shout.
corner here.
And he's played it.
Split. He's got a real chance here.
He's put a red safe, so it's not going to be the easiest frame winning chance, but it's a chance. It's all you ever want. So
He just wants this to drop gently into the pocket.
22.
that's a terrible shot. That's earned a break. I can't believe he's not come out in the lead there. That's he'll be livid with that, and he's played a pretty horrific safety.
That's a shocker.
Martin Gould 23.
Half a chance here.
And there you go, another example of our long potting being back to its best in this episode.
Position looks very good here. He's played that very well.
It needs to keep going, and it has.
Oh, wonderful shot.
6.
Almost overscrewed that.
7.
We're alright though. Not sure the pink will spot, so Be interesting to see where it does go.
Played it well.
The green spot. I don't know how available the black spot is. Oh, well. I can't believe that that's spotted. Look at that. Can't believe that. Wow. Would you believe it? So. Just the safety. If it pulls up, it's not too bad, but
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
we've left him a chance. So 17 points ahead.
What a pot!
Yeah, good pot.
1. Six.
One safe red is next to the black, really, if he knocks this in, so.
Challenging pot along the cushion here. Well, an excellent pot.
Well, it's not perfect on the blue. Hasn't got much of an angle. I'm just trying to sort of follow through and.
12.
Okay, he's on this one next to one. He's playing this one. Good pot. But he's the
13.
wrong side of the blue, so we'll probably
Just
have
wants
to
to
play the
stick this
pink here.
into the
No,
left
playing the
corner.
yellow. Where's the cue ball going? Oh, well.
That foul could cost him.
Foul. Martin Gould. 30.
Should be a free ball.
Ronnie O'Sullivan. 4.
Well, let's see what he chooses to do here.
He's playing on from this position.
Because we can't hit both sides of a red.
Very tricky shot coming up.
It's there.
Magnificent pot.
Well, we couldn't have played that any better.
And what's better
Superb positional shot.
is I think we've
1.
got the angle on this pink to just run through into it.
Well, he's taking it on to the left corner.
Pink's in. We've got the cannon.
7.
Not perfect. 15 points in front here.
And this is a half chance.
This red goes in. Should be the match. Looks good.
No, not this
Oh,
time.
wow.
Close, but a miss nonetheless.
Have we got the cover?
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yes. That's absolutely nowhere near. So we'll be taking that again.
That's not a good result. It was a very tough shot, though.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan. 4.
And unsurprisingly, he's asked his opponent to play again.
I mean, this is a surefire way of not getting the hit. If that's a free ball, I might take
Not
the
sure
free
what
ball
happened
here.
there, but that's a poor shot.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan. 4.
Nope.
Let's see what he decides to do after that foul. I think he's looking at the lowest.
Well, this looks better. This looks a lot better. At least he had the right line. 27 points.
Well, it was a really hard shot, and
lead.
it hasn't worked out for him at all.
Foul and a miss.
Just this red
Ronnie
required
O'Sullivan.
now.
4.
He looks to be playing on here. Important pot here. No issues there.
That effectively removes any chance.
So there we go. We're through to the last 16.
1.
He's taking it on.
That blue should mean that Martin
Oh,
isn't
great
going to
shot
come
that
back
is.
to the table.
6.
Martin's not had the best of games
He's
today,
looking
to
pop
be
this
honest.
into the left corner pocket.
The safety play's been a little bit questionable. That yellow makes absolutely sure.
Shot that is.
8.
But you can see he's ready to go. Well, our form's starting to get a little bit better.
11.
You know, we're not winning every frame in one visit yet, but we're getting there, and we're starting to get our confidence back, especially with the long pots. And
Just wants to sink this into the left corner pocket.
yeah, that's a good pot.
No
What's the
issues
rest?
20.
Well, we're not totally there yet. Shots like that still keep creeping in. I think that was the side that threw that anyway. But
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
there we go.
20. Frame
That
conceded.
match
Frame.
is over.
Ronnie O'Sullivan.
And that puts him
We're
in
through to the last 16, and hopefully it'll be a long match in the last 16. So let's see who we are going to be playing. Neil Robertson. Wow, that is a tough match. For the last 16. It is going to be best of 7, which is exactly what we want, and that's going to be in the next episode. That's going to be a tough one. If you have enjoyed that, make sure you leave a like down below. It really does help me out. Means a lot to me as well. Subscribe to the channel for regular Snooker 19 videos, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.